Hello and welcome to Eddy'S World. It's July 27th, 2016. Let's see on this date in musical history. 1976, Tina Turner divorced her husband Ike Turner due to abuse. And she made a good move. Look where she went from there. Way to go, Tina. Don't stay in an abusive relationship. Get out while you can, okay? All right, let's see. I want to say a special thing tomorrow, July 28th, 1953. Singer, songwriter, musician Steve Eddy was born. Yeah, that's right. It's my birthday, so send me a happy birthday. I don't need anything. I don't need a present or anything like that. So, anyway, got nothing coming up this week as far as playing. I just want to remind you that 3rd Avenue will be playing August 20th. That is for the Cruising for a Cause. That's the Burton Center boat run. And it's a great time. We're going to have some good entertainment this year. Have 3rd Avenue, Doobie's Brothers, and Miss Rhonda McDaniel will be playing. They have a great auction. It's a great cause. Good prizes, good food. So come on out to the lake and enjoy. That is August 20th. Okay? My guest tonight is Mr. Steve Gambrell. He's from Mount Ware Shoals, longtime musician, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself and also his new project. So let's just get right on with him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Doc Gambrell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Gambrell, as we call him Doc.
Howdy do.
Or what you call Rockin' Stevie.
Right?
Welcome
to Rockin' Stevie's World o' Tone.
That's a good name. It's a good name, man. It's doing great. So tell the people something about yourself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't know who you are, what you've done.
Well, that's because I served most of my time in prisons outside of the state. No, I've been around, played with my, I guess, biggest claim to fame was playing with Mike Callahan for 3 or 4 years. An original Rough Rider. And I got home one day and decided I didn't need to be a full-time musician anymore.
Been there.
So I went and I got a real job, and I liked it. I got another real job. I liked it better. They asked me if I knew anything about electricity, and I said, yeah. I wound up being the plant electrician, and then just went to Solution in Greenwood, and I went to GE in Gambrell. And
so you didn't play any time?
Well, when I was at Solution, I was in. I got to be in probably the best 2-guitar band I've ever heard, because I was on one side, and Dave Clark was on the other side. And so Dave Clark was 1.5 guitar players, and I was the other half.
So tell us a little bit about your business now.
Well, a lot of what I want to do is make sure that some of these young folks that are coming up that are, that show a little talent, show a little initiative, that they got access to decent gear. My first guitar, you could use it for a dobro if you needed to. One of those Stellos that said had steel reinforced neck painted on a pig head. There's no reason, with the Chinese getting involved, especially, there's no reason that somebody can't have a decent guitar for very little money. And
are you going to, you had said something to me about guitar strings and straps and
I dare you.
pickups and things like that. You going to be selling those things, or?
Yeah, you know, strings will. I'm not gonna make a profit on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I am a disabled veteran.
Appreciate you what you did for the country.
Well,
My dad was.
I think the last time you were here, I was rocking a Dr. Z amp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've switched teams. I sold a Dr. Z.
Yeah, I know you called me first. I appreciate you calling me first, but I couldn't afford it at the time. So
Well,
that little bit.
I wound up with that Goodsell, and that Goodsell will carry the mail.
Yeah.
And I can put folks in touch with Richard. That's his name on the front of the amp.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth, rich, buttery.
Where's he out of?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's what I thought.
And just a super nice guy. He's a big fan of, you know, we musicians tend to have a dark sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
And he fits right in there. Probably knows more about a Hammond B3 organ and a Leslie tone cabinet than anybody in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They, the usual suspects. If you go to the usual suspects, you'll find some of their stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And horn band,
Mm-hmm.
R&B stuff. And a slinger that sounds a lot like Al Green.
Yeah.
That's never a bad thing.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, my strings I'll be selling at cost.
Yeah.
I charge nothing for labor. If I know you well enough and you're desperate enough, I'll hook you up with a guitar.
So you do any kind of setup or?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna do frets? You think?
Later on down.
Yeah.
I've got a neck back there that I've been practicing on.
Yeah. But mainly you just neck adjustments and setting up your intonation and things like that. You can do that.
Is this thing still turned on?
Okay. It's on standby.
Okay. If you, all right. I'm a Jeff Beck nut, and I don't like being around anybody that's not. So I make sure I float my tremolos.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that always happens with a floating trem is when you bend a string, that other string tends to go flat. You hear that?
Yeah.
You don't hear it very much. That's the reason it doesn't have a back plate on it yet, because I'm still stretching these strings.
Yeah.
Graph Tech saddles. I'm a dealer for Graph Tech. And thanks to guys like Lindy and the people at Graph Tech and WD Music and the people at Strings and Beyond that are letting me do this. I can. You want a set of Graph Tech saddles? I can get them, put them on for you, get them and hand them to you, whatever.
Yeah.
But I can do it cheaper than anybody.
That's great.
I don't collect any sales tax because
How can people get in touch with you?
well, I've got some cards. I'll give you a handful of cards, and
You're on Facebook, right?
I'm on Facebook, Rockin' Stevie's World of Tone. That's the page. And my telephone number right here is 864-456-9547. I don't like to work on amps much anymore. My kitchen table is my workbench and it won't hold a twin reverb up. Don't ask me how I know that. But any kind of accessories, if you want a slide, if you want picks, if you want whatever you want, don't. I don't want anybody to have to drive 40 or 50 miles out of the way. You know, we're all poor musicians.
That's exactly right. Well, good.
You know, I mean, I offer everything I can. And, you know, for instance, that Telecaster. My fun thing is to get a Telecaster, a Mexican or a US, whatever, and then go to town on it, do weird wiring tricks. I'm working on another project when that one gets off the kitchen table. Putting 2 mini humbuckers in a Telecaster thin line, so with coil taps and in and out of phase switches. So it ought to be either a POS or an all-purpose guitar. But it's, you know, it's what I do.
That's good.
And, you know, like I say, anytime anybody, and I'll sell those guitars for under what you'd pay for a new one. I mean, and, you know, you buy a new American Special. It's $1,000 and it comes in a gig bag. The only way I'm gonna let a guitar leave this house in a gig bag is if somebody just says, I don't want a hard case.
Yeah.
I don't
want a gig bag.
And while we're talking about senses of humor, there was a great bass player, his name was Ben Brogdon. And I used to play guitar and move stuff around at the steel guitar convention in Saluda, so I got to meet and play with some great steel players. John Huey, he played with Conway Twitty, and then with Vince Gill, people like that. Ben had the most offbeat sense of humor, and this is one of his. And this is suitable to tell after church lets out on Sunday. There are these Siamese twins. One was a saxophone player and the other one was a nymphomaniac. And both of them adored Engelbert Humperdinck. One of the few things that they had in common, other than the vital organs that they shared. But signs started going up in town. Coming soon to the Civic Center, Engelbert Humperdinck and Orchestra. And I went, sister, we got to go. I know, but you think we can arrange it? And so some people got to talking and got, you know, they made room for them on the very front row there. And by the time Engelbert had finished his show and 3 or 4 encores, the nymphomaniac was slobbering, and the sax player was just moving her fingers around. You know how we do.
Yeah.
Somebody comes from backstage and says, ladies, Mr. Humperdinck would like to invite y'all up to his suite, have a few drinks after the show. Oh, sister, we got to go. They went up, they had a few drinks, and one thing led to another. Engelbert and the nymphomaniac were just enjoying themselves immeasurably. And the sax player played every sax part from the entire show, just from hearing it one time. And she'd get to the end and play like the second sax part. You know, the whole arrangement memorized. And come morning, Engelbert kissed them both goodbye and said, you know, I'll see you again. And sure enough, about a year later, the signs started going up. Coming soon to the Civic Center, Engelbert Humperdinck and Orchestra. And they walked by and saw the sign and said, oh, we got to go back again this year. And then one looked at the other one and said, he ain't going to remember us. It's called a joke.
It's good to see you doing good and well, and I like what you're doing, and you're helping out.
Well, you know, if maybe somebody will get desperate for a guitar player, I'm available.
Yeah.
I play bass too. There's one over there.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any frets, but I can play.
All right, Ronnie Goldman. Ashby, y'all need somebody. Give the man a call for sure.
I need the money. I work cheap. I don't drink. Oh, during all this, let's see, I was out of work for one reason or another, and I went to the unemployment office, and they said, here's a company that's looking for an electrician. I said, great, I'm it. Guy said, well, and he gave me the address, and it was the packing plant. And I met with these two guys, and of course, you know what the packing plant smells like. I met with these two guys, and my interview consisted of, can you read? Well, yeah. You got a driver's license? Yeah. When can you start? You don't want to know anything about tools? You got tools? I said, yeah, I got tools. I said, you don't know if I know anything about electricity? They looked at each other and I said, oh, do you? And I said, well, yeah. When do you want to start?
Oh.
And as soon as I got out into fresh air again and smelled fresh air, I got seasick. We'll just call it that.
Really liking that guitar there, so I'm going to close the case. Because my wife would kill me if I came home with another guitar.
Well, I'm afraid that one will probably wind up being buried for me. If you got it, I got a friend that lives in Anderson. His name is Mitch Cowan, and he builds some of the finest acoustic guitars.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can hook you up with him if anybody wants one.
Yeah.
You know, I've got.
How many guitars do you have? You know, if you lose count. I know you got your warehouse back there. You said.
I'm lacking two.
Lacking two. Huh?
Yeah.
So you got everything else you need.
I got all but two guitars. I got a 12-string Stratocaster.
Good Lord.
I felt like I needed. Oh, yeah. By the way, speaking of out of the way people and places, there's a guy. He's become a friend of mine on Facebook, Tom Guerra, and he plays good old WBBQ, just getting out of school, rock and roll. He writes for Vintage Guitar Magazine, and he is a monster blues-based guitar player. He's from Connecticut and just tears it out. He's got a new one. Go to Tom Guerra, that's GUERRA.com, and order it. Tell him Rockin' Stevie sent you. And I got some great friends in Kentucky that are doing some totally off-the-wall stuff, but it's great. It's farmers rock and roll, and they're called Jericho Woods. Go to JerichoWoods.com and see what they've got. They've got a new CD. I still want to say album.
I do. I still.
A new project.
Yeah.
They've got a new one fixing to drop just any day now, and they're super good guys. I'm trying to get them down here. Support local music. Don't matter where you are. I mean, this is going to be on Facebook, so who knows who's going to share what with who. There's a woman named Hannah Thomas. I got her. She played at Howard's just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
She's got a Stratocaster or a Telecaster from Rockin' Stevie's World October. She's another one. She's gonna be a powerhouse.
Yeah.
She rocks and rolls like she's 100 years old.
Yeah.
Like there's a direct line from her back to Big Mama Thornton or something. She's just incredible.
Yeah. I went on after I saw her on your Facebook with her, and then I went on and checked some things out. very talented.
Yes, and she made Rockin' Stevie's World of Tone look kind of nice. Sitting right on his chair.
Yeah. All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you again
Thank
for
you.
it. And like I said, I want to get back with you one day and we'll talk some more because I know we could tell stories for hours. And I like to try to keep this around 10 minutes or so, you know, so I'm gonna,
Sure.
we'll edit and do things like that. But I appreciate it. And once again, folks, if you need it,
Rockin' Stevie's World of Tone.
I love that name.
Well,
It's a mouthful. Good luck.